Hello, welcome to One-on-One. I'm your host, Greg Walker. Our annual guests, have them on every year now, it seems like, but I get so many people telling me they love the show, they're back once again. This show is the Heggie twins. It's Horace and Norris Heggie. Get ready, settle back, relax. We're going to have some fun, and it's no telling what we'll talk about. Horace and Norris Heggie join us right after these words.
Thank you. It's the great savings event at Matthews Nissan in Clarksville or MatthewsNissan.com. $7,500 off a new Altima. $7,500 unbelievable. $6,500 off a new Rogue. $5,200 off a new Maxima. New Versa $9,999. Save big on $400 new. You're gonna love our prices.
I'm Gary Matthews, and that's my guarantee.
You're gonna love our prices. Matthews Nissan.
The Leaf Chronicle is now available on every device you carry or don't carry. All things Clarksville in all media 24/7. Subscribe now for full access.
For 100 years, Neil Tarpley Parchment Funeral Home has honored legacies. We believe every family deserves a special time of celebrating a life well lived.
Neil Tarpley Parchment, people who care, a name you can trust.
Welcome to our show today. It seems like now it's an annual appearance by the Heggie twins. This is Norris.
Hey, man.
Good to see you, man.
You too, buddy.
This is Horace.
Good to see you.
Two of my very best friends right here, and enjoy having them on once each year. How y'all feeling? You look good, guys.
Doing good, man. Good.
Yeah, things.
Doing good.
Man, old Kyle's got you set up,
He
doesn't
set me up good,
Well,
man.
you got him cute, ain't you?
Man.
He done me a nice hairdo.
Yeah, and
Man.
what about this?
He cut too much off on me,
No,
man.
I think
No,
it looks good.
I think it looks good.
Well, we're going to class reunion. I thought I'd clean up.
Yeah, as we tape this show, and this is the 22nd of June, class reunion this weekend.
This weekend.
Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
50 for y'all, isn't it?
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
for you.
Oh, don't tell everybody that. He's right. We graduated together. It is our 50th.
We had a lot
reunion.
of great times together, man.
We have.
We've had
And they weren't all in high school, though.
No.
Goodness.
None in high school. I hated school.
Tell these kids, though, not to hate school.
No, y'all enjoyed.
Yeah. Because I was ready to get out of it, weren't
Me
you?
too, man.
Yeah. College was my most fun, I'm going to tell you now. I guess our softball days.
Oh,
were
yeah.
always,
Oh, they're the
Yeah,
best.
never forget them.
you know, those 70s and 80s, you got to understand, folks, it's not like today. I mean, in the 70s and at least mid-80s to the mid-80s, slow pitch softball was unbelievable, the growth in the country. Around here, it grew just significantly. There were professional teams. I mean, we were playing amateur softball against professional teams when you went to some of these tournaments. Today, where's it gone?
You don't even see a team like that anymore.
You don't.
My son played, and I finally got to where I just quit going. I mean, he asked me every Wednesday, "Dad, you can come game?" I said, "Nah, I don't like the way y'all play it." I said, nobody hustles, nobody cares. I said, why should I waste my time? And
I mean, the game was important. It was
Yeah.
big back then.
and I mean, he can hit it too.
Yeah.
He can hit it, but
So old Greg would have been after him to
yeah,
play for
you would have
jobs.
definitely been after him. I guarantee you. In these days,
Yeah.
you sure would.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But we did have some great years, didn't we?
Sure
We did.
Great time. A lot of good-looking women through those times too, wasn't it?
Sure
Beautiful
was.
boy.
Yeah.
Your team was loaded with them, man.
Well, don't even know women go to them games out there anymore.
Really?
None of their wives go.
Man, everybody,
Very few.
girlfriends, wives.
Old Horace used to come and say, Norris, let's go to the game. We'll look at the wives, man. We won't worry about the game.
Well, y'all did come a lot.
We
I'll
did.
say
We
that.
loved y'all.
Y'all came a lot. What you been doing? I know y'all been riding motorcycles a lot here in the last year.
I went to California.
Yes, you
And
did.
I had me the time of my life, man.
Went out there to visit an Army buddy.
An Army buddy I hadn't seen in 46 years. I was
Mercy.
so happy. He cried when he seen me. We was just happy to see each other.
Yeah.
The only difference in me and him is he's a millionaire and I'm nothing.
Oh, Bull Norris. Bull Norris, you got it made.
I shouldn't say that.
You've done well.
I've done okay.
You've done well. Retired.
Retired.
Hey,
My biggest problem now is I hate to get up at 9.
What about him, Horace?
He's got a life made. He got it made. He
Now,
sleeps in.
you're like me. You still work.
I'm still hitting a lick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really help my son,
Cody?
Cody, and he needs somebody to help him, and I just don't feel like walking off and leaving him. I got 2 sons, and I love them to death, and I just can't walk off.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But you don't overdo it, do you?
Oh, no. When I get ready to take a break, I just leave.
Greg, you really don't call what he's doing work.
You don't?
No.
Well, I'm out there.
He might go out there.
Supervisor?
He'll tell somebody he always, what I loved about him, he would always be a gallon of paint short or a tube of caulking short, and he'd need to go get it. Or a piece of plywood, he knew he needed 10, he'd get 8 to where he could get in the truck and ride back and get it.
And it'd take him a while to
we
get it.
done the
wouldn't it?
floor, yeah. Then he'd go hang around somewhere.
He's got you down.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah.
him well.
What about eating? Y'all still eat good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I eat good all the time.
I just can't eat like I used to. I think I can, but I can't.
I love to go to Japanese steakhouses.
You do? Is that your favorite?
Yeah. Hananoki.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Love it. I go once a week.
What's your favorite?
They're bringing them to town. I love Demos. If
You
I'm
do,
out.
don't you?
Yeah, I do too. I like them.
I can't wait till
My
we get
son
them.
likes that.
I love
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
You
Boy,
can
they'll
eat
be
them.
packed for a while.
Oh,
won't they?
yeah. You'll never get in there for a while.
Sort of be like Cheddar's when they first opened.
Yeah.
Just packed that place, man.
Yeah.
Well, what about, speaking of packed, what about these streets and roads around here? Are they getting packed?
They're packed. On Friday, you better off, if you're working, you better off to stay at home. If you need anything,
I tell you,
time
Greg.
you get to where you need to go, if you got to go get some material or something, you're a lot better off to take off. I don't know where they all come from,
It's amazing.
you know.
I moved into town. I moved on Ross View Road. The biggest mistake I ever made in my life
Really?
was moving to town.
You moved from Fredonia?
Yeah, to town.
Because y'all are like, who will be on next week on the show, y'all are like Phil Holt. Y'all are
Yeah.
Fredonia guys.
Fredonia,
Yeah, well, I
yeah.
lived out there about all my life. And I like the city, but man, it is tough out in that area trying to get around.
Now, I asked Phil about this. I'm going to have to ask y'all. Y'all ever see that headless dog out there?
Never seen it,
no.
but I heard about it a lot.
And y'all did ride those bikes.
I know one thing.
When we hit that curve, we could have won the Kentucky Derby.
We used to hang out up at the store at John's, Danny and the Victor's. And Buddy, if it was dark, by the time we got there at the curve, I don't know if someone would have if a bird or something flew into us, would have probably died, man. We would hit that curve and never slow down, man.
Be going.
My daddy seen it in a mule wagon, didn't he, Horace?
He tried to say he did.
And then Phil was saying somebody seen it too.
How do you live if you're a headless dog, guys?
That's one of them old,
my
old
God.
sayings, man.
I think some of them got out some moonshine when they seen that. Yeah.
How's the city of Clarksville changed over y'all's lifetime?
Well, let's say
What's
this.
the most dramatic change?
Let's say this. This is the way I feel. Nothing has changed far as the good old boy town. It's still a good old boy town and county. If you're in good. If you're not in, you got problems. That's just the way I feel.
How you feel, Art?
Well, I've always, all of them worked for the county and city that I know. They've always been nice to me. You know, building codes, everybody.
I didn't mean
nice.
that. I didn't mean that.
You know, it's of course it's just outgrown, you know, the roads and everything, and but I travel a lot, and it's still as good a city as anywhere else.
Oh, Clarksville's home.
You know,
I'll tell you what I think about the good old boy system. Always have. I just put myself in another man's shoes. If, and I've never run for office and don't intend to, but if I held a high office, let's say in Montgomery County, hey, I'd want people around me that I seeked advice from and I did things with. I would want my good old boys and good old buddies to be part of that.
Well, if they would
who can you trust? I don't want to have someone that might stab me in the back.
If they would call me, I'll give them a lot of information on how to fix these roads in 5 minutes.
Well, tell me real quick.
Okay, just say you're coming down from Rossview, you're coming down toward the Southern Service. They got a
coming down toward Warfield.
Yeah, they got a right lane there will hold 3 cars. It makes no sense. They could take a little of a man's yard and make it 6 or 7 or 8 instead of all these cars being lined
up down Rossview
and
Road.
one trying to turn right and go.
Well, let's face facts. Rossview Road ought to be 5 lanes from Warfield all the way out to
interstate,
to the interstate at least.
Yeah. It should be. I see no way they could do that.
The Trenton Road's been that way for years. It needs to be 5 lanes. All the way past Northeast out to the interstate.
They built all these
Let me tell you
houses.
this, and they better believe me on this. If you get on that highway in the morning, from Clarksville to Nashville, needs to be 6 or 7 lanes all the way. 6. 6 lanes at least all the way. And by the time you got that done, you might need more. They talk about putting in trains and all. Give me a break. I'm telling you, you better get on these roads because people's going to drive.
I agree.
People are going to drive. Norris and Horace Heggie. We have a show with them every year. We'll be back after this.
The Leaf Chronicle is now available on every device you carry or don't carry. All things Clarksville in all media 24/7. Subscribe now for full access.
Visiting with the Heggies today. Hope you're enjoying it. This is Norris, this is Horace, and we do this once a year. We have them on. They're 2 of my very best friends in life, and we just like to talk. Let's talk a little NASCAR. I know we're all NASCAR fans, and my Joe Gibbs team really was doing great, and they have all season, but now they've changed these rules a little bit, and I think we're seeing others sort of catch up.
They'll always do it. They'll never let nobody dominate that sport. They'll change and pull them back.
What'd they do to them?
The downforce.
Downforce.
They changed the downforce.
They did. Because those Toyotas were wearing it out.
It was.
Yeah. But they can do that, and it's like the way they talk, it's almost just beginning over again for what you know about your car,
Yeah. Why doesn't I think they ought to get Nissan involved. I think for NASCAR to grow, they need to get more car companies involved.
You'd think Dodge would get back in it, but they won't.
No.
You would think Honda might.
You would think.
Because they're really in Indy cars and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You would think that they would get involved.
Yeah. Who's your favorite driver in ours? Kurt Busch. No.
Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch.
I
I know everybody thinks he's an outlaw and crazy. I just love to see him win, man.
Yeah.
Because he's had a lot of problems, and they put a lot of bad stuff out on him, and it turned out not to be true. Because you don't hear nothing about it no more.
Right.
Kyle Busch.
Boy, he's a driving
He's a
outfit.
driver.
isn't he?
Boy, he get on that wheel. I tell you, Kyle Larson, he'll get up there and drive too. He reminds me a lot of Buddy Baker.
Really?
Yeah, because he gets out there
He reminds
early.
you of Buddy Baker?
Yeah, but
I love Buddy Baker. I've
Buddy.
seen him in Charlotte at the airport.
No
one
man talk like Buddy Baker, did he? He had him, boy.
day. Yeah.
But Larson, he starts the race out trying to outrun everybody. He don't never give his car a break, you know. Just,
Like a Jimmy Spencer.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that Jimmy
yeah,
Spencer? He'd wear that thing
Yeah,
out before
yeah.
you get 500
Sure
miles.
would.
So you don't drive
You know, you never hear his name anymore.
No.
I wonder what
No telling.
I don't know.
No telling. What about Sam Hornish the other day?
that's
Sam
great.
Horn.
I'm glad he won.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
like him.
That just goes to prove he got in a Joe Gibbs car. He got in good equipment and he won. Now he hadn't
Because
been
he's a winning driver.
He is. He won at Indy, and he's a winner. I will never understand why these people have done him like they have. Not because he drove for Petty. Well, that's like driving for me. You're never going to win. You know, you're never going to win.
That's right.
You know, we know that.
Yeah.
And Petty, I'm glad he's out there, but that's the truth, man.
I agree with you.
And he drove for Penske, but from what I understand, he didn't have a good ride, you know.
Yeah.
But the guy can drive. He proved it the other day. Hadn't been in a car in a long time. And
He ought to be on the big circuit
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
I was looking at the paper because I told you on Sports Talk the other day he was better than the bottom 30. Well, maybe 14 we might go because Kyle Larson was right there in 14th and a couple. But it's some in the top 10. I'd rather have him.
I tell you, it's a lot of young drivers coming along.
It really is.
Man, I've never seen it. It's a field full of them.
I agree.
You know, man,
But what's really bad about
I
it,
agree.
you've
Yeah,
got
right
about half of NASCAR.
Same thing in golf.
Yeah,
It's the same
Yeah.
way in golf.
it sure is.
It's the same, but they've got half the field that can't win. Just really
it's no way.
wasting their time.
They are.
And I was pretty high on Danica, but I think she might have done had her day too.
Pretty high on that.
You know, I thought she was going to do better.
Well, she's in good equipment.
She's in top-notch equipment.
You could put her in anything, she ain't gonna win.
She just doesn't have that intestinal fortitude.
I hope she don't go out because she sure looks good.
No, it's like, hey, I like her driving. Don't get me wrong.
And Greg, y'all are talking about on golf, talking about that Johnson's girlfriend. I seen it. I didn't see nothing bad about that.
I didn't say it's bad.
No.
I didn't say it's bad at all. I just said she needs to get a longer dress
Shorter.
next time.
No,
Short.
maybe it's
If it's
shorter.
any shorter, it would leave nothing to the
I think
imagination.
she was wearing shorts under that, wasn't
No, she
She
wasn't. No. Talking about
that's what my
talking
wife
about
said.
golf, you know. Really?
she? Yeah,
You know.
she probably didn't want you to look.
I'm going to tell you, a young man in golf, if this DeChambeau, this young guy, boy, he's going to be a player in the future. There's a lot of good young golfers out
Sure
there.
is.
I'm glad Dustin Johnson won that.
Me
Though.
too.
He certainly deserved it. After
Yeah.
last year, that'll take some pressure off. Physically, he's as talented or more talented than anyone. But he's had some mental lapses that have really hurt him.
Yeah,
And
I watched
that
a lot of
didn't come into play.
I
I'd
watched.
say that sport is a hard sport not to have mental lapse.
If you have a mental lapse, it can cost you a whole
Yeah.
round. You can't. Well, driving 200 miles an hour,
On the
185.
bumper, that would be a
People
mental
say
lapse.
they're not athletes. Well, I know you and AP Dean on Sports Talk every Monday and Wednesday.
I love
Monday
AP
and
Dean.
Thursday from 4 to 6. He doesn't think they're athletes, but you try to tell him they are. Hey, I'm going to tell you, anybody drive 500 miles just out here on the highway.
Yeah.
Well, try it that way.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I love.
Oh,
I
AP
love
Dean,
picking
great
him,
guy.
man.
He knows his baseball.
He sure does.
He knows his
If
baseball.
he calls, he knows what he's talking about.
Your Cardinals aren't doing as well as normal.
No, they're not.
Those Cubs are looking good,
They
don't
sure are. Cardinals beat them
last night?
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about the standings and
Yeah.
overall.
They're young. They just got a young team. You know, I was looking at the right fielder that was with the Cardinals. It's playing for the Cubs.
Hayward.
Hayward. Man, his stats are terrible.
Oh, he's had a bad
One
season.
home run.
Yeah.
When I seen it last night, I
He's
just
had a
couldn't-
bad year thus far, and the Cubs still doing this. What if he comes on in the second half?
He's making a lot of money, too.
He's a good ball player. I just could not believe.
Great
he was
arm,
that
great
bad.
defense. He's about a 260 to 280 hitter when he's on, but he needs to be producing more home runs and RBIs.
Yeah.
And does a great job in the outfield. Got a strong arm, got
Cubs
good
could
wheels.
win it all.
Well, sure, they got a shot.
They got pitching.
Nationals are good in the National League too, though. I'm gonna tell you, they're not gonna be easy to beat.
No.
They got a nice club. It's gonna be a good year. Oh, the Giants are always every other year.
They got
this is their year to win it.
Yeah.
Bosky's a great
Bochy,
coach.
yeah,
He's
he
a
is.
great coach.
Well, I think Matheny
Yeah, he's a good one.
I like him a
Yeah, I
lot.
do too.
I think he was better than Tony La Russa.
Yeah, I do.
I
too.
really do.
Yeah, I do, too.
A whole lot better.
Yeah.
Well, summertime. Been eating any good vegetables, guys?
Boy, I have.
Starting to.
Starting
Yeah, I
to?
found some other day. I stopped and got me a load of them.
Y'all got a good crew that rides motorcycles on Saturday that y'all have a lot of fun, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Man, we look forward to that.
Yeah.
We got some great guys.
You even
Dennis.
get my old buddy from Ashland City, Joe Roberts,
Joe
to
Roberts.
ride.
I love Joe. Boy, that guy's a character.
What is he so talented?
He is.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He can do Dangerfield almost as good as Dangerfield.
Hey, I got him to do one the other day. We was hanging out, and this guy never. He liked to die laughing, man. He's got some of the best, man.
Yeah, Dennis Weiland picks your places to eat, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Most
he
times,
does.
yeah.
Most Dennis.
Dennis, Al Radford,
Yeah.
Jimmy Bale, sometimes
You
Shot
start
Crowd.
telling names, you're going to get messed up.
Yeah, you're right.
Steve Wall. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Ricky Cooksey. He rides
Cooksey,
with
he
us.
rides sometime.
Yeah, we should.
Y'all don't ride far, you just have a good time.
We ride about 100 miles.
Oh, no. We ride more than that.
Sometimes.
Saturday, I didn't think we'd ever get back home, man. We left out at 9:30, and I got home at 5.
But now, y'all don't ride when it looks like rain, though, do you?
Try not.
Well-
I'm not pulling out in the rain no more.
Sometimes we pull out. It can go
Really?
either way. Yeah.
I hope I never put a rain suit on again. As a fact, I'm just going to get wet.
Norris and Horace Heggie, stretch run right after this.
Thank you. It's the great savings event at Matthews Nissan in Clarksville or MatthewsNissan.com. $7,500 off a new Altima. $7,500 unbelievable. $6,500 off a new Rogue. $5,200 off a new Maxima. New Versa $9,999. Save big on $400 new. You're gonna love our prices.
I'm Gary Matthews, and that's my guarantee.
You're gonna love our prices. Matthews Nissan.
For 100 years, Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home has celebrated legacies with services as unique as each life.
Neil Tarpley Parchman, people who care, a name you can trust.
Well, it's a stretch run, and we've got 3 minutes, and boy, time flies when we get together,
It
doesn't
does.
I mean, no question about it.
We love doing this show, man.
I love having you on.
Yep.
Have you ever had a hero?
I guess I've had heroes, yeah.
When you was a kid?
Yeah. I love baseball during, back when they played on Saturday.
Yeah.
I love Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, me too. I gotta say Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra.
Really?
Used to, if it rained a game out, you didn't get a game. And man, it was a long week.
It was,
It was
man.
a long week.
We loved old Diaz and Pee Wee,
I
too.
Sure
did,
did.
sure
Man,
did.
it was good.
They made it.
Back in, it's just the best times in this country.
It really was.
Yeah,
really was.
we've lived the best.
We've lived through a lot of things,
Yeah.
haven't we?
Yeah, we had the
You know,
best.
the baby boomers, we've seen
We
a
have.
lot.
We've
We
seen a
really
lot.
have. If you had a chance for a do-over in your life, what would you do differently?
I'd probably try to find me a real good company to work for that I could get a good retirement out of.
I'm going to tell you, being an entrepreneur is not easy anymore.
It's not
is it?
easy. There's too many taxes on every corner.
Yeah.
I mean, just stuff that you don't even dream of,
Yeah.
Well, if I had all mine to do over, I'd either get into politics or be a preacher. Something you didn't get dirty in.
Boy, I'd like to see that, wouldn't you?
I'd like to see him
Wouldn't
preach.
that be
Yeah,
great?
I would too.
Boy, I could tell a lot of people how to do it, man.
Yeah. All you're interested in is passing that collection plate.
Yeah.
That's all you're interested in. What's the proudest and most memorable moment in your life?
One of the proudest moments of my life was one day we was playing in the, Cody was playing in the regional tournament in Columbia. Not Ball State, but Columbia.
Columbia State.
Yeah, Columbia State. And he hit a grand slam.
Probably at Pillar Park down there, man.
Yeah, man, I mean, he hit it a mile.
Yeah.
And I'll just never forget it. They brought a left-handed pitcher in. Of course, Cody batted left-handed. And, man, he threw 2 pitches by Cody, and it was embarrassing. But that next one, he hit it a mile. And I just never forget that.
Yeah,
you know,
we wouldn't take anything for it.
No.
In sports, far as sports, when we was playing in the Maryville at the
Smoky Mountain.
Smoky Mountain Classic when we beat Lee Alco,
That was great.
that was great.
That was great.
I
Yeah,
love
that
that.
was.
And Maxie at that time, who played for me, was playing for Lee Alco. wasn't he?
Maxie,
He was.
I walked by him, and
He
was-
tried to tell him.
He was talking to that team. He said, "You're gonna have to be careful. This team, they're a lot better than you think they are."
That's right. Love you guys.
Love you, man.
Love you,
Enjoyed
man.
it.
Enjoyed it
Fun.
always.
Hope you enjoyed
Hey,
the show.
Can I do a shout out to the ladies at Planters Bank on Madison Street? I told them I would, and if you don't mind, I'd like to.
You already did it.
All right.
Norris, Horace Heggie, yours truly, Greg Walker, Steve Sawyer behind the scenes. Have a nice rest of the day, folks.